Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So here's another deck profile for you guys today. This time it's on Lair of Darkness. So this time, this Lair of Darkness build is actually focusing on the artifacts. Now, I'm still using super polymerization just because, the fact that you have Lair of Darkness out, you can easily get instant access to Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, or Dragon Stapila, or even the new Prenoplan Trifeo Viridum. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going with that. So anyway, I figured I'd show you guys what I got this time around, and yeah, let's get to it. So main deck's still 40 cards, and it should be pretty fun. So starting off with the monsters, playing 3 copies of Lilith. This gives you access to all your trap cards, and the fact that she tributes for cost, and with Lair out, that can be a pretty nasty combo. So, and just about every monster that I'm using utilized some form of tribute. So, yeah. Next, 3 Arima. He's basically your terraforming. You discard it to search out Lair of Darkness, but if you already have it, you can use his effect to tribute a dark monster to either draw 1 card or search out any other dark monster from your deck with 2,000 more defense. So, yeah, Arima, definitely something you definitely need to look into. 2 Darkest Diabolas. I really didn't feel any reason to run 3, but generally he brings himself out for free as long as you tribute a dark monster you control. But his ability is that he can't be tributed by your opponent, so can't kaiju him. And also you can have him tribute any other dark monster or himself if you need to, just to rip a card out of your opponent's hand. So definitely great, and he's really easy to bring out. You just need to have him in your hand or your graveyard. So yeah. Next up, 2 copies of Tour Guide, and it's the alternate art. I really love the way it looks, but generally, yeah, she just brings out Lilith for free. You can bring out Skarm. You can even bring out Sangan. Like, she's just really good, and you just generally need her just to get access to like some of your monsters. That way you can either revive them for later, or you can even just like get a free search off either from Skarm or Sangan. Which comes down to our next cards. 1 Sangan, pretty obvious. 1 Skarm, gives you instant access to Lilith if it's sent to the graveyard. And then, last but not least, I'm playing Jurigato. Jurigato is sort of a hand trap. Pretty much is, actually. But you generally just use him to regain life points, and also his tribute effect also works well just to give one of your monsters a power boost. So, yeah, Jurigato, definitely something to look into. Next up, I'm running 3 different artifacts. Well, technically 2. 2 Scythe, just to lock out your opponent from special summon from the extra deck for a turn at least. And then 1 copy of Artifact Moral Attack, just because, on the turn it's special summon during your opponent's turn. You can pop 1 card for free, so yeah, definitely needed. I definitely recommend running the Artifact package. Alright, so that's it for monsters. Now moving on to spells. For spells, running 3 copies of Lair of Darkness. It's pretty obvious. You definitely need this as soon as you can. 3 Allure of Darkness. It is a dark deck, so it just gives you access to all your, just to give you some draw power. So, and honestly, you're more reliant on your back row anyway, so you really shouldn't have any problems with that. 3 copies of Super Polymerization, 2 Monster Gate, and of course the 1 Foolish Burial. So, yeah, definitely a great package. I definitely like this. If I had to change anything, I may cut down Allure of Darkness for at least by 1 copy just to run Terraforming, but I'm still debating on that. For the traps, I'm running 3 copies of Trap Trick, just because they act as another copy of Lilith. So you're essentially playing 6 copies of Lilith. 3 Artifact Sanctum. Again, you need access to all your artifacts. So you set this, activate during your opponent's turn, and boom, you're pretty much good. You just gotta watch out for Ash Blossom, but there are other ways to get access to your artifacts, thankfully. So yeah, Sanctum is just one of those cards you definitely want to utilize. 2 Heavy Storm Duster, and you'll see why I'm running this. It's mainly for spell and trap removal, but there's a cool combo that you can use with the new artifact Dagda. So again, we'll just get to that momentarily. 2 Lost Wind, and then last but not least, 2 copies of Back to the Front. Alright, so that's it for the main deck. Now moving on to the extra deck. Let me just give me 1 second here. Get everything in order. Alright, sorry about that. I forgot, I was just trying to rearrange some of the cards in my extra deck because I forgot to do that earlier. Alright, so moving on to the extra deck. Running 1 Artifact Dagda. So this card is really neat. So it just requires 2 monsters with different names. That's super easy to do. So when an effect, when another effect on the field is activated, quick effect, you can set 1 artifact monster from your hand or your deck. So again, this gives you instant access to Scythe or Dagda, or not Dagda, Moral Attack, but you're mainly going to go for Scythe. And the reason why this is so important is because This has a really nice synergy with Lair of Darkness's end phase effect, which I forgot to mention, which produces tokens depending on however many monsters were tributed that turn. And since it's a mandatory activation effect, artifact Dagda can trigger off of it. So yeah, you can definitely like chain off of a Dagda just so you can actually get a free artifact during your end phase. Now, the card does have to be destroyed at the end of your opponent's turn, but again, this is why I run Heavy Storm Duster. So you set that card, you can pop it yourself with Heavy Storm Duster, and then you essentially get a free Scythe out. So yeah, Dagda is just really nuts for this very reason. And if this card is destroyed by during your opponent's turn, you can essentially special summon one free artifact monster from your graveyard in defense mode. So it's a good way just to reuse the effect. So yeah, Dagda is definitely busted. Next, one copy of Predaplan Verte Anaconda. You know, it's just a generic Link 2 monster. The fact that you can use Super Poly with it. Again, as I mentioned with the Shadol video, Super Poly is respondable if you use it through the effect of Verte Anaconda. Because again, he only copies the effect where you can use monsters on both sides of the field. So, but he doesn't get the your opponent can't respond effect. So, yeah. But just keep in mind, Verte Anaconda is still really good. The fact that he can turn anything into dark, so he's basically another copy of Lair of Darkness in some ways. And you can get access to your Starving Venom Fusion Dragon if you have to go with that route. Next, 1B cop, you know, pretty obvious. Barricade Borg Blocker, gotta protect that Lair of Darkness, because all it takes is a Cosmic Cyclone, or MST, Twin Twisters, whatever, just to get rid of that card. So Barricade Borg Blocker will definitely protect that card. And he also recycles it too. 1 Witch's Apprentice, and Topologic Bomber Dragon. You know, since you're producing tokens a lot, I figured Bomber Dragon was the best choice. I do have a couple rank 8s. You know, every now and then you might go into them, especially with the 2 Darkest Diaboluses. 1 Dingirusu and Hope Harbinger. I mean, they're not really required, but if you want to run them, go ahead and try them out. For Super Poly targets, got Starving Venom, Dragostapelia, Trifeoveridum, and of course Mud Dragon the Swamp. And 3 more cards. As you already know, I'm going to be running Waking the Dragon on the side deck. So, of course, I got to run Ultimate Falcon, Naturia Exterio, and now I'm running The Last Warrior from Another Planet now that it's easy to access. So, yeah, definitely something to look into. Alright, for the side deck's pretty standard. Running 3 copies of Nibiru. I still feel like this card's really good, even though we're in MR5. A lot of people say it's going to suck now. I don't believe so. So far, I've seen it put a lot of work still. So, yeah. 3 copies of Phantasme. Just the fact that he can fix your hand. I might actually replace Allure Darkness for him instead, just because he's also good for draw power. So, yeah. 3 Waken the Dragon. Next, 3 Eradicator Epidemic Virus. And then, of course, last but not least, 3 copies of Evenly Match. And that's generally it. So, yeah, definitely something I like to do, and just to break boards. So Evenly Matched is just one of those cards that can do it. And plus, this deck is stronger going first anyway, so Evenly Matched is definitely a great going second card. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys again next time.